It was here on Shelby Street where 4 opportunist thieves allegedly stole the car when a resident merely left her keys in the ignition for a moment while popping inside. Police are on the hunt for 3 men after a brazen break-in in Glenvale earlier this week. The 63-year-old homeowner who was asleep during the attack has been left shaken by the ordeal. Unlike a rehab-intensive cochlear implant, when this device is turned on 4 weeks after surgery, patients can expect an instantaneous hearing improvement.
2 Madison's got in Toowoomba now, and Maddie's the driver facing charges.
Yes, well, the 29-year-old driver remains here at Toowoomba Hospital under guard. Today he was charged with armed robbery and burglary, yet he is still facing charges in relation to mowing down the officer. Now, we do know the officer who was bitten by the driver was here today undergoing tests. Authorities say it's now a painful wait to see if that officer has got any disease or infection that's been passed on from the offender. And Matt Simpson, the 50-year-old officer who was mowed down by the offenders, is now at home with his family resting, and he will be undergoing tests and scans and x-rays over the coming days to see if he needs surgery for his shoulder. PT. But one life lost is one too many. 8 years on, the state and federal governments have committed $17 million to the culvert upgrade of James and Kitchener Street to prevent a similar tragedy from happening again. Not much of a red carpet, but the hardy Western Downs dirt didn't faze Australian singing legend John Paul Young.
Oh, it's great. It's a great part of the world.
Here to launch the big skies and give ticket holders a taste of what's in store. This 150-year-old homestead will be the backdrop for festival goers, with Big Skies expected to double in numbers after the inaugural event in April brought over 3,000 music fans to the Western Downs. With over 10,000 party goers expected to head down to Frogs Hollow at Queen's Park, it'll be a magical night watching the sky light up over Godsall Street Oval to see the new year in. It's a chilling moment. The driver of a car appears to neglect to look left.
Whoa! Oh, for frick's sake!
Putting herself and 2 passengers in the path of an oncoming road train. Police have continued to crack down on the supply and possession of ice within the St George community. Today, closing out Operation Papa Acclaim, arresting 12 people on a total of 44 charges. Recent research by ASIC found 2 in 5 buy now, pay later users earn under $40,000 a year, and 60% of users are aged between 18 and 35. It looks like a scene out of a horror movie. Cars burned to their bones. This home now inhabitable. Neighbours told 9 News today they heard a bang, similar to a gunshot or a gas bottle going off, before the bottom of the house lit up like a torch. Investigators did return to the property on Sunday and multiple neighbours were questioned, but due to the extensive damage, authorities weren't able to determine the cause of the fire. Police continued to sift through the rubble today, but the ferocity of the blaze has left little evidence behind. Madison, 9 News.